Everyone, it's Keaton here again with another video. Today I'll show you guys, we're basically just using acrylic markers today, just showing how to use them, specifically the Arrtx acrylic markers. I got them during Christmas time, but we're gonna do another video of if you got like any acrylic markers and you wonder like how is there any difference between painting with the painting traditional or marker. So I'll be sharing some tips and then enjoy the video, and we'll be painting this with acrylic markers. I was thinking should I do monochromatic or not. Let's do no mono. Maybe tomorrow we can do something with monochromatic, but I was thinking today maybe we can do something different. But yeah, so I got specifically the Arrtx ones. These ones you don't have to shake. These ones are really good. They're pretty expensive, so I forgot how much they cost, 100 something, but yeah, but they last on surprisingly. I think I got them like December, so they last pretty long. But I'm pretty sure you can refill these too. But if you get Posca acrylic markers, you have to shake them and then you get press. But it depends which ones you like. You do your research and see which ones you like. If you like brush pen or you like chisel tip. If you like that versatile of like brush pen or chisel tip. So it's basically your research. But if you don't want to shake them or anything, I would recommend Arrtx. But I haven't tried the other ones, but yeah. Always have a neat eraser. It's also useful. Nice thing about acrylic markers is that it's more precise. I would say. I mean, paintbrush you can have. I mean, it's pretty messy with a paintbrush, right? Here you get more precise. But yeah. But both are good. The reason I got this because I didn't want any mess in my room. Because usually I don't have my room doesn't have any room for more art, so like canvases and stuff. So that's why I like using multimedia sketchbook, so I can have everything in my sketchbook. But yeah, do this lightly so I can see the lines. Just a little bit lightly erasing this. If you don't do this, some of your, if you get brush paint, I don't know how, because I experienced this with Arrtx, so sometimes it kind of smudges into the pencil. But yeah, I just drew this today, and I was thinking, oh, why don't I use this, template for the video today? But yeah, I'll do another video. There's another video coming out tomorrow. Haven't made YouTube shorts yet, but still brainstorming. I might do like showing old art and stuff like that, or simple drawing, how to draw objects. Yeah. But yeah, so one thing for acrylic markers I would say is it's basically because it's like paint. And it depends what workflow works for you, right? So this might not work. You can try your own way or something. I will go to light to dark. So shoot, I think I grabbed the wrong marker. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll go to light to dark. So I'm putting the light colors first. I know you can't see it, but it's a little bit of tint. I'm just putting on the lightest tan down. And then that'll be, it's very light. This, I promise you, this is not white at all. Just, yeah, I think you can kind of see it, but this is tan. It's pretty light. So I'm just going over with the light. I think it's color theory. Like, you know, if you're using watercolors, you have to layer that. So yeah, this is not. I'll go with it. It's not too dark, but it's not the direction I was going for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Luckily, you can layer these. Shoot, I was. Is that? Where's my? There you go. There you go. I know it's looking kind of yellow. But I promise it'll look good at the end. Yeah. But I'm just gonna fill this in. I know that looks, like I said, we're doing from light to darkness. Oh, there, looks good. And then for acrylic markers, I would say, like, try and find, like, you don't want your art to be streaky. You gotta move it in a circle. So let me test this. It's dark. No, that's light. Shoot. This is at least a bit darker. Nope, it's not. Oh my god. Did I ruin? I did not ruin it. Pink. You try to go with pink. There. That does it. So I'm putting the darker layers on, like shadows and stuff. And it's a bit more easy to identify. Think of this if you either edit in Photoshop, right? In Photoshop, you have the layers. And, you know, never really listen. I got this advice from one of my digital art teachers. Is that think of layers if you ever did Photoshop. Same thing for acrylic markers. Like, it depends on your workflow, but you know, just giving this might work for you. Lightest to darkest. You know how in Lightroom there's, like, you know, you gotta create background, you gotta create your subject. But yeah, I think that's one of the best advice I got for art and stuff. Not the best, but you know, one inside. Okay. More tan, just a blend in. No. Let's see. Now a little bit darker. Shit. I think yeah, this is supposed to be more brown. Another thing is that do not apply your acrylic markers too wet. Like what I mean, to wet surface, to wet paint. is that after you apply the paint to the paper, let it dry a little bit, just a little bit, maybe like 5 seconds, and then apply again. But no, this is what happens. This was supposed to be brown, but it's kind of yellow. But put that away. Let's see. Another thing here's that you see, I put my drawings in chunks too. Like if you, might be another useful thing here too, is that whether you're sketching, put your hairs in chunks or shadows. Like you see, I have my line where it's shadows there, but yeah, just experiment with it. I won't say it's forgiving, it's permanent, so it's not as like watercolors or anything, but yeah, it's pretty fun actually. Let's see what colors should I do. So I'm trying to not make colors merge, since I have like a little bit of pink, as you see. As for shadows, so I'm trying to find a color. Ooh, this one, maybe this one. I'm trying to decide. Shit. Maybe I can do pink here. Yeah, let's do that. So again, I use my lightest color here. So what I'm gonna do here, for sure, is gonna add a cheetah pattern. This is just a random drawing. This is like a random drawing I just doodled, so I don't have too much backstory to it. Usually, this is like, you might be wondering, how can you make so many characters? Well, I basically just draw them, and then whenever I look back at my sketchbooks and I think of if I ever make like a genre, like a fantasy or a thriller, I look back and see what characters are great for this genre. I might even leave the hair white. Should I leave the hair white? Let's see here. Might do this color here for the hair. But before that, I'll add something, a little bit of silver to her ring. Right in there. And black here. This part here, the clothing. There. So yeah, see how I put the light colors first? I'm gonna come back and do the dark area. But no, yeah. So this is just my process, right? I'm just randomly just drawing and see what colors. No, it might be thinking, oh, you can always draw without like thinking what I am gonna put. But for me, I'm just like thinking, okay, what colors? Because this is why I don't really like coloring, because I have to think, oh, what colors am I gonna have to put in there? You know what? Okay. Purple. Oh, that. See, that's. I kind of like that. I can change it. But I think this is a perfect color. See how I'm going one direction? And see how it's not too streaky. So if you do it like going back and forth like this, I'm not gonna do it. But going in one direction does not make it streaky. So just keep in mind when you're doing acrylic markers like that. do a little bit of black hair coming out that way. Kind of like that skater kind of hairstyle. Yeah, I'm just wondering, why do you like always like to do short hair drawings? I like doing long hair. I might do a video about talking about how to draw hair. But yeah, that's my mistake there. I'm making it a little bit too streaky there, but it's okay. I think it kind of looks pretty. Like you can do that for the direction of hair kind of thing, but I would say just experiment. Now we're gonna put a little bit darker colors. Darker. So I'm gonna put a little bit of black there at the there. I don't know what that's called, but yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of hair below here. So almost done. Shoot. Almost color that. That freaked me out. Maybe do this here. So, I've never done this type of dyeing style for my character like that. Hope it looks. Oh, it looks really good actually. No, should be perfect for like a adventure game or something. See how I come up with a genre like that? And I guess I always think like a character would be perfect. Like ideas come up like that always. So that's what like creativity is all about and stuff like that. Darker. Add a little texture. And then I just outline it now. See, I don't have thing usually because my brushes have fraudulent a little bit there, so it doesn't make a fine tip. So I'm gonna use my fine tip. I like these. I think these were 16 bucks on Amazon. Really good price, by the way. And by the way, these are, I think, waterproof for, waterproof. Yeah, it says no bleeding, waterproof, no smear. And yeah, this is what they use in manga. So, if you're interested, these pens, it's just your micro fine liner. They're like 16 bucks on Amazon. They last pretty long. So just gonna throw these in. I'm gonna switch to my fine one. For inking and stuff like that, you want to have different, I think, thickness of line. That's what I was trying to say. Thickness of lines, and it kind of gives more characteristics and gives more interest when people look at it. So always, the upper lip is always dark. Depends where the light is coming from. So yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I wish I'd turn a little bit more arcane down there for this drawing, but it's alright. I'm gonna go a little bit thicker. And shadows. Hatching. That was weird. I didn't even like doing hatching before as an artist, but now I do like it weirdly. But now I like it. I think it's because like it gave me more characteristics, but I'm probably gonna go back to realism just to study for like anatomy and stuff. Like getting used to perspectives, like I said. I don't draw too much perspective, but I think that will improve me as an artist. You know, I would recommend like, you know, if you're saying like I want to get into like this stylization, you gotta understand the basics first. I understand the basics first, but because I realized, oh, I gotta study this, you know, first and stuff like that. But you know, always learn the basics first. So that's why I would recommend if you're getting into art. But no, first, like, you know, you don't have to be forced to do it, no realism. You can just like be like, oh, just learn every day, draw every day, and you know, people have different interests at different ages. But you know, like when you're little, maybe you're doing a cartoon that you love or something. And I guess like, you know, like, you know, when you do art every day, you improve your hand coordination and everything. So it's really good. And it's a good hobby too. It calms your mind and everything. One last one. Let's see. So I put his teal here. So I'm gonna be a little bit darker green. No, it's a bit light. Who cares? It already looks good. So yeah, a little bit of characteristic, a little bit of dots. And one last layer. And a little bit pink. I like pink a little bit here. I think I wish I had changed the hair a little bit. I kind of didn't like it. Shoot, it's alright. You know, it's alright. Face it, happy with little mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like the hair. I do like the. I should. That's the thing about being an artist. Trying to figure out what looks good, and then it's like, I like it. I'll try to add some highlights here. But it didn't work. See if this works. Yeah. It's white. Guess that's all for the video today. No, oh shoot. I forgot to do her eyes. Last one, and then we're done. There. Here we got is acrylic markers of this character here. So one thing, yeah, make sure you make your pencil drawing light so it doesn't get smudged, light to dark, and you know, it's just experiment with it. I think they're really smooth actually. Arrtx depends. I always think of like Posca's graffiti markers. I think these are always like, you know, stylized markers, but It depends how you use them, how you use them, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all for today. If you want to name this character, just name a good name. There's characters in the comment if you want to name her. I might change the hair. I should have stuck with white hair. I never, yeah. But yeah, be another video tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. And have a good day.